Hello and Merry Christmas. I'm Paul Wharton, and this is Home for the Holidays. I had the unique pleasure of spending this glorious holiday at the home of my all-time favorite entertainer, the one and only Patti LaBelle. And now I'm taking you along for the journey. From the moment I walked into her home, I was struck by the sights, sounds, and scents of the season. Legendary Miss LaBelle shared a few of her favorite things for the holidays: her music, growing family, and the fabulous food that she's become so well known for. So kick back, put your feet up, because we're going to Patti's.
Here's to you, darling.
Oh my God, this is like being at Santa Claus's house.
I am Santa Claus.
Oh, you know what?
I'm
you
like
are.
a good Santa. Yeah, I'm a
You
Santa.
really are. You really are.
Oh.
So this is the time of year where we're going to each other's houses, we're going to parties. I know I've seen videos of you and your friends around the piano singing.
All right, that's
having
true.
a good old time. You know, it's all about the heart, right?
It's about the heart, because everybody means something, no matter how high or how low.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be on my level. Your level is fine with me. Because some superstars, or whatever they call themselves, they look up like this and they look down on you. And you're not to make eye contact with some of those folks.
Okay.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, and you've never lived that life.
I never could. If I did, I want somebody to slap me.
Right.
Okay? Come back, Patty, come back.
Come back, Patti.
No, I can't do it. I can't do that. I've been looking around. Oh, and you were here all the time. I met you years ago.
Yes.
And then you met me years ago, before I knew you, but you were in the audience when you were 14?
13 years old.
At the at Constitution Hall
Yes.
in D.C., everybody.
We talked a little bit about your song, You Are My Friend.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you around this time of year? Like, when you sing that song, who do you think about, and what does it mean to be a good friend to Miss Patti?
Well, see, to me, every day is Christmas, and You Are My Friend is a You Are My Friend everyday song. It's not just when you're coming up to the 25th of December. If you're blessed enough to have some good friends in your life, say amen.
Amen.
And I can say amen.
Yeah.
But there are a few frogs that are just put aside to side. I don't sing You Are My Friend to them. But no, it means wonderful things at Christmas time. All the songs I sing, like I'm happy all the time. There have been times back in the day when I was a little depressed for what I never knew.
Yeah.
But you go through changes in life. But right now at 73, I feel like I'm 40. Wow. I feel so energetic. I feel so blessed. I know I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Because I did wake up this morning.
Yes, you did.
And I don't take anything for granted.
With this house, being in this home, and by the way, thank you for having me in your home.
Oh.
I'm at Patti's house, y'all.
At Patti's place, yes you are.
I'm at Patti's place. This is amazing. But I'll tell you, I remember this home because many years ago, I was working on MTV, and you did MTV Cribs.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Cribs was fun.
Well, I met a guy who was an editor on Cribs. So I was working there, and he knew I loved Miss Patti.
Did he say I fed them?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Patti LaBelle. Welcome to my spot, my home.
I've got steak sandwiches from where we get the good steaks.
And you fried chicken.
And I fried chicken.
And you fried chicken.
Yes, I did.
And you did mac and cheese. But listen, let me
Right.
tell you, because there was one part in the show where you said you was doing the ghetto shuffle. Miss Patti said she dropped the pillow from the 3rd floor down to the basement.
I broke my chandelier.
And you broke
Oh,
your
you remember that?
You said it was the ghetto
it's broken
shuffle.
Still, yeah. People were sleeping in the basement. I didn't feel like walking down, so I said, catch it. And honey, the
They caught more
chandelier
than a
caught
pillow.
it before they caught it.
You just can't be ghetto when you're trying to get your sleep on. So just bring the pillow down, carry it down like a lady, okay? Don't throw it. Swim on, y'all.
Oh, that's not. This is how you swim, not like that.
So you don't get a lot of use out of your pool, right? Because Miss
can't
Patti,
swim.
Miss Patti can't swim.
Cuddles can swim.
Cuddles can swim.
He swims his face off. Yes, that's a swimming baby.
But one room that I know grown men cry.
My shoe closet.
Where you burn out my shoe closet.
My kitchen?
Right. Your kitchen.
They
See,
cry.
that's one room where you play no games, right?
I could never play in the kitchen.
Okay, here you go. Okay, so after I put the cabbage in with the oil, it starts burning. So you don't want it to burn, so you add water.
I was born to be a chef or somebody who could just fry some chicken.
Yeah.
And born to be a singer. So I love singing more than I do cooking.
Yeah.
But my cooking is phenomenal. I
know
can
it.
make everything. I'm blessed with my mother and father. I would watch them as I was a child when they would cook everything from fresh fried corn, watch how they did their potato salad and their macaroni, and everything they did, I learned, but I do it better than they did. Before they died, I said, I did that better, didn't I?
I did that.
And my mother said, yes, sugar. Yes, sugar.
Oh, I love it. So you had LaBelle Cuisine. That was your first cookbook, right?
Uh-huh.
And what was one of your favorite recipes out of there? You know I make the over the rainbow
It
mac
was
and
the
cheese.
mac and cheese. It was, and everybody makes that for
You
Thanksgiving
want to
and
quiz
Christmas.
me on your recipe? I think I know it. You did
School me, because you know more about me than I do. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I know you do a stick and a half of butter. You melt
Yes.
the butter. Okay,
Yes.
you do your cheese mixture, Velveeta, and you mix a mild and a sharp and
Yes.
some white cheese, okay?
Mozzarella provolone.
Right, you do 2 eggs,
Yes.
right? You do 2 cups of half and half. And that's pretty
And
much it.
seasoned
So
salt and
pepper.
black
Yeah.
pepper.
That's
So
it.
have you made it?
Have I made it?
Are you serious?
I'm you in my town. I do all this.
Oh, I love
I'm
that.
like a little bird. I'm a mini.
You're a mini patty
I'm a
in the
mini
kitchen.
patty.
Oh, but that's how you do
That's
it.
the original patty cake.
And I
right
add
there.
more cheeses now,
You
but
add more cheese.
5 is perfect.
5
I'm
is
going to
perfect.
have some in the supermarket soon.
I love it.
But I'll let
well,
you
I'm
know
going
when.
to talk about, because that cookbook I have, and this is my newest cookbook that I have from you, and it's called Desserts LaBelle.
Oh, my goodness.
Soulful sweets to sing about. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, you're a very magnanimous cook because you say that you're not so much a self-taught baker, but you're more a chubby,
Right?
Aunt Hattie Mae,
Right?
and Aunt Josh
That's it.
taught baker.
You know my family.
I know them.
Because they're professional bakers from the South.
Yeah.
In their kitchens. They made the best pies, cakes, the best everything. You know, and I watched them because Hattie Mae would come and stay here or at wherever else I was living. And she would make the pies and cakes, and I would learn from her watching.
Yeah.
You know, I learned the savory from my mother and father. But, and my mother and father did do a sweet potato, so I watched them do that. So I learned from all of them. But this book has about, I don't know, over 100 desserts, and they're all not for Patti. I'm a diabetic. But I make them for those who can eat them.
Because they're connected to important parts of our lives, like you say in the book. Weddings and birthdays.
Funerals.
And funerals.
Yeah, it's a connection. Food goes with everything. You know, like I wish I had time to cook everybody on your cast, on your crew, food today, but I didn't have time.
But that's okay. I'm gonna take this book home and I'm gonna
You gonna whip it up.
Stir it up, oh. Got to
Stir it up now. He knows more of my songs than I do. He taught me 4 of my songs that I did 20 years ago the last half an hour.
I love it.
I love it though. I love it.
So you say that speaking of those ancestors of yours, you say that your family has a mystical connection to sweet potatoes.
It's something about the sweet potato pie with most black families and some white families. A lot of white families eat pumpkin pie, I know, and a lot of my friends who are Caucasian had some of my sweet potato and they said, we're gonna throw that pumpkin away.
Pumpkin
but
is
it's
fine,
like, it's just in my blood, it's in my family, it's in my genes, sweet potato. And then you make the mashed sweet potatoes and the baked yams and just sweet potatoes, everything. You know, so it's in my blood. And I think it's in most black folks' families' blood.
I want to talk about the PPP.
Patty pie
because
phenomenon.
it blew all them cook girls out the water. Now come on.
I went and bought the Patti LaBelle pie.
I'm blessed.
Yes.
And you know, and then James Wright, that wonderful friend,
Yes.
who wasn't a friend, I never knew him before, and he did that video.
This is the On My Own. Why did it end this way? Patti. If anybody know Patti LaBelle, tag her in the video. Patti! Whoa!
And the pies had been selling really great before he did that, so after that, they blew up. I thank him today. He's just a fun guy who just loved the pie. When he tasted,
Feels like heaven.
he said, I wasn't pretending, I had to make a video.
Yeah.
So everybody has been trying the pies and the peach cobblers now, and the apple cobbler, cherry cobbler, blackberry cobbler, the banana pudding, the so many other things.
Well, now you got the
bread
fancy
puddings.
cakes.
And I have 4 new fancy cakes, 9-inch
Fancy cakes, yeah.
cakes with titles of my songs.
Somebody loves you, baby.
Somebody loves your baby cake.
Yep.
And we have the I've got a new attitude cake. And on my own cake. When you've been blessed, cake. Feels like heaven.
Welcome back to Home for the Holidays. I hope you're enjoying Patti LaBelle as much as I am. You know, you can't cook as well as Patti without having a love for food. Watch now as Patti takes us a little deeper into the connection between her fabulous food and her family. The red velvet in desserts LaBelle
Yes.
is the redemption cake, right?
Right. Because my sister Jackie.
Yeah.
I think most people know that when she was living, we had a fighting atmosphere around us all the time. We fought so
As
much
sisters
because we loved so much.
Yeah.
She wanted me to be a bigger star than I was before it was my time. So we fought about how much she loved me and how far she wanted to push me quickly. And so at her stayed at 5 minutes from here in the hospital, and she wanted me to make her sandwich when I came. I had just come off tour, and she loved my bacon and egg sandwiches because I fried the bread with butter and did the sea salt and all that. It was just great. And so I didn't feel like making it that day. And I said, I'll see you tomorrow. She said, it's okay. So Aunt Hattie Mae called the next day and said, don't rush, your sister just passed. But every time I think of she made the best red velvet cake. So that's why it's a redemptive cake. And so many stories in my life and so many blessings. But I always thought that she died not liking me. It's like something you do in life and you say, I wish I hadn't done it that way, but it's too late, you know, so I hope she forgives me.
But I like to live my life by 4 principles: love, gratitude, faith, and forgiveness. Those 4,
Those are
all
4
I
great
really
ones.
move forward with.
That's 4 good ones, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like
So
I
forgive
said,
yourself for that, Miss Patti.
I sort of have, because, you know, her kids are still with me, and they remind me every day how much she loved me and all of those wonderful things. But she was just a Patti fighter. She wanted me to be a superstar, you know. And I'm making her kind of happy now.
Yeah, I think you
You
are.
know, God is good.
God is good. Speaking of kids, I want to talk about kids for a moment because, you know, it's the holidays. And, you know, I can't exactly call you a grandma. I got to call you a glamma.
Call me Glamma.
Glamma. That's the original Glamma.
Well, I have 2 babies now. My son Zori and Lona, they have Gia, who's 2.5, and they have Layla, who's about a month and a half. And they have the biggest eyes. They're like bigger than mine, like
seeing them
like
and they
this.
are beautiful. Like
They're
they mama.
cute. They're so cute. Beautiful like Lona's
And their
eyes.
grandma.
But they have big hearts, these babies. More than anything, they're sweet, sweet babies. And Gia's a little gangster.
She's a little gangster already.
Yes, but I like that.
Did Grandma make these pies?
Yeah, this is Grandma's pie.
This Grandma's pie. Do you like it?
And then she's trying to smell through the paper, right? And then she walks her little self over to the banana puddings and stuff. But she is just all about wanting everything when she wants it, which I love, because I've always wanted a naughty grandchild. But she's not naughty, she's just cute bad. Cute, my kind of bad.
What kind of traditions are you looking forward to kicking off with those 2 little girls?
Oh gosh, They come over, they'll be here tearing up the tree, not the little baby, but Gia, and just having fun and tearing boxes open and all that stuff, but giving, if she gets 2 gifts, give one to someone else who's less fortunate. You know, we've already taught her about giving, so she is a great giver.
Well,
she likes to share.
Been blessed, what you gotta do?
Feels like heaven. Pass it on.
Pass it on. I love that.
Yes, she's passing it on. Just to be great ladies. That's what I want them to be.
Yeah.
Fair ladies, kind ladies, beautiful ladies, and always wear your drag, honey. Always look good.
Drag.
They always have to look fierce.
And you always do.
I try. I try.
Now we're going to do the braised short ribs. And
Is this good-looking meat? I don't know.
oh, it's excellent meat.
Seems like
I
it
have
has
a
lot of white
relationship
stuff.
with my butcher. Well, this is the way they come.
Wait, what do you mean a relationship with your butcher?
He knows to give me the best meat.
What's
or
his
I
name?
will cut him.
You're gonna cut the potatoes with that potato shaver. Then you're gonna cut them in circles. Around and circles.
Oh, that's too much.
Okay.
No. Now just cut one more side. Ooh.
I'm making a mess.
Yeah.
So 50 Cent, is he a gangster in real life?
No, he's so kind and quiet. Such a gentleman.
Is he on the new season of Patti's
He's on the
Place?
old season.
On the old season?
But he's just a nice person. I met him before. Went to his grandmother's house maybe 6 years ago to do a show for his grandmother and grandfather when he was in that big house somewhere out in somewhere.
Yeah.
But he's so kind. Nothing like people perceive him. Oh, and I'm doing Star.
I want to talk about that.
Right.
Star on Fox,
Yes, I did 2 episodes.
What's your character?
I'm Queen Latifah and Brandy's mother. Brandy is my little brat daughter, and Queen Latifah is my little gangster daughter, but I'm a gangster mom.
Yeah, you're a gangster mom?
I can't tell you anymore. You have to look and see.
I love that.
So here's to life.
I want to talk about your new album, because you've had 2 actually. You have 2 new albums.
Oh, the jazz?
The jazz,
And the
Belle
Christmas.
Homage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was something that you were a little unsure about getting into, right? Trying something
It took
new.
me 2 years for my ex-husband to beg me to do it.
Yeah.
Because I said, jazz with me? I said, no, I'll embarrass all the Ella Fitzgeralds and all the Ninas and all that. And I didn't want to take a chance on something that I didn't know. And so once I finished it, I kind of liked it. And I was pleased that I finally, because it's like taking steps in life. Like when I was asked to do Dancing with the Stars, 3 years before I did it, every year it was no, 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 no. And at 71, I said, what? Why not? So
Was it a great experience for you?
Oh, one of the best.
Wow.
It did mess with my knees.
You did.
Oh, honey, my knees.
I can't tell from them pumps.
Yeah, but I got to keep on keeping on with the
Okay,
pumps.
yeah.
I did 6 great weeks.
Oh, I watched.
I know you did.
You know I did.
It was nice. It was fun.
So I love that album. One of my favorites is Softly
As I Leave You. That's my favorite.
Every time I
It
hear
cries.
that. You too?
When I recorded the song, Zori was in the studio when I recorded it, and I didn't want to sing that around him because it made me feel as though I'm going to leave him soon in death. Softly as I leave you. It meant so much to me like that, it made me cry. I said, I'm not leaving, baby.
Long before you kiss me.
So yeah, making albums is something that you are still very good at. Like you do everything big. You don't do anything small, Miss Patti.
No, I don't.
Big diamonds and big everything else. Big pies and big albums.
mouth. Yes, big
But I want
pies.
to talk about your new holiday album, Home for the Holidays.
Yes.
Patti LaBelle and Friends.
Oh, with friends, with Vivian Green, Ruben Studdard, Jamar Jones,
Yes.
Tamla Mann.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember me?
It's so nice.
It's beautiful.
So nice. And I don't like to say my stuff is so nice.
It is so nice.
But you have to say it's so nice.
But at some point, you
It's
kinda
so
have
nice.
to. It's so nice.
Child, take that credit and go on, girl.
Take the credit and go ahead.
This is my grown-up Christmas list.
You do one song on there called Grown Up Christmas List, which is so beautiful.
My favorite by Natalie Cole back in the day.
It's my favorite on there.
Oh, mine too. How
my
do we have
favorite.
the favorite jazz song and the favorite Christmas?
We're there. We're
This
there.
is my grown-up Christmas list.
So what's your Grown Up Christmas list, Patti? What do you wish for the world?
For the world to get better.
Okay.
I pray. I just pray for peace.
Sure, absolutely.
And for people to start giving each other when someone has nothing or less, just give up some of your goodness.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
Sure. So
And
when
so
it's not
many
about
people-
money all the time. When
No.
Yeah.
It's not about
Sure.
money. It's your time. It's just, we all have something to give. Yeah. We have an abundance of everything. Well, I do.
Yeah.
And I pass on because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Well, Miss Patti LaBelle, today has been so fantastic for me and for all the people watching.
And the thing is that they don't know is before we started filming this, we had about an hour's worth of fun. We were singing and dancing and reminiscing.
You know you bet. So wait a minute. You know it. You bet. I know it. Look at the shoes. She bad. She bad. She knows it. Y'all. And the whole world got to tell you right now. Just tell you once again. Patti bad.
You know what? Let me say one thing.
What happened?
I love you. He's so nice that I would do a show twice. For real, you are.
I love it. Well, can I just tell you something?
Uh-huh.
Our first Christmas night under the pale moonlight.
Loving you felt so right. 'Twas love. Kisses that melted snow. We don't need a mistletoe. Eager to take it slow. 'Twas love.
I forgot that song too.
I love you, Miss Patti. Oh,
I love you.
Merry Christmas, Miss Patti.
Same to you with your smelling good stuff.
And to all you, Merry Christmas.
Oh, hi. You're so fun. Somebody give me some open. Give me some red wine, because this is fun. Honest to God, it is.
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm just back from Patti LaBelle's house and I'm ready to get this party started. But to do that, I need the help of the fabulous chef, Brian McBride. And he's here in the kitchen with me to help make the perfect holiday meal.
That's right. We're going to do a feast.
I can't wait. A feast. Oh, sounds great. What are we going to make today?
Today, we're going to make a beef tenderloin stuffed with foie gras, chestnuts, and spinach with a green peppercorn sauce. We have a beautiful Brussels sprout and Parmesan cream. And we have sweet potatoes with ginger puree.
Ooh, sweet potatoes. Patti LaBelle talked a lot about sweet potatoes.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna top the West Coast.
You're gonna top hers? Okay, that sounds good. So let's get down to it because my guests are coming soon, so I gotta get ready.
All right.
So what do you think we should do?
We can get into it. This is what we have here is a nice, beautiful roast, beef roast. It's a tenderloin of beef. All right. Is that more?
Can my guests be here already?
I figured I'd crash the party a little early because you can't be cooking in the kitchen without Como. So, Paul Wharton, I am thrilled to join you and Chef Brian to help get this holiday meal started.
Officially cooking with Como.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Aaron.
Happy holidays. Thank you for
Happy
having me.
holidays. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. This looks like it is going to be quite the dish.
This is going to be. We're going to make a beautiful little roast here, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it so you can help me the next time.
Okay,
Perfect.
fantastic.
So we're going to take and we're going to make an incision into the tenderloin, right, just like that.
Okay.
And open it up so that we can stuff it.
Now, do you want that to be room temperature?
We're going to make a second one. It can be cold. It can be right from the fridge.
Good
it's
to know.
easier to work with when it's cold.
And how do we know exactly how to pick the right cut of beef?
This cut of beef is going to be a 7-9 Pismo tenderloin, grass-fed.
Remember that.
From Virginia.
You can see the marbleization in it, too.
Right. This is a very, very, very tender cut of meat.
Okay.
So what we always do when we make a roast is we season the inside, right? Salt draws out flavor, and we put pepper in because pepper is going to add flavor.
Sea salt and ground pepper?
Sea salt and ground pepper.
Ooh, okay.
Nice little coating right there.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm excited for dinner, Paul. I'm always hungry, though.
And what we're going to do is it's going to be a little bit of a mosaic inside when we roast it. So what we did is we blanched some spinach, and we laid it out on this little parchment paper to make it easy.
Okay.
And we're going to put it down like this.
I love it, love it.
Oh, so it comes right off.
And we're going to let it come off onto the tenderloin.
Now, how long do you let it stay on the paper?
Just till it dries.
Okay, wow.
So it'll only take a few minutes.
Okay.
It's more work to lay it out than it is to take it off.
So in her book, LaBelle Cuisine, she actually has a recipe for this. So I'm going to go back to Patty's house with Chef Ryan's recipe and see if I can.
See
Yeah,
what she thinks if you can wow Patti LaBelle.
And you're going to know how to make it.
Okay.
So next, what we're going to do is we have some beautiful grade A foie gras.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to try that.
That we pan seared for a couple of minutes just to get some color. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay that right down the middle.
Oh, just whole, huh?
Now this is absolutely a meal to impress your guests.
Right. This is a little bit over the top, but this is the way it should be, right? It's a holiday.
Absolutely.
And these are our friends, so we want to treat them really well.
Christmas
Very
dinner,
nice.
you want to feed the family and friends well.
So we have a beautiful layer of foie gras that's going to be right here in the middle. When we roll it up, you'll see it'll be right in the center.
Some chestnuts there.
Right. And what we did was we roasted some chestnuts earlier, and then we soaked them in cognac.
Well, I just got back from Patty, so chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
You don't want me to sing. I won't do that song
Okay,
justice.
we'll move
I'll
on.
let you carry it. I'll let you carry that.
This is very pretty. Okay.
And that cognac that the chestnuts have been sitting in, that's going to give it some really, really, really rich flavor.
That looks so good.
And then a little fresh herbs. So we have some fresh thyme.
Okay.
That'll give it some nice flavor. We have some rosemary.
Rosemary just
Chopped
reminds me of the holiday
rosemary.
taste. Yeah.
And then we have some beautiful sage.
That is gorgeous. So preheat the oven.
So we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees.
Okay.
We're going to put this tenderloin in there for 20 minutes at 350, and we're going to drop it to 300, and we're going to cook it for another 30 minutes.
Covered, uncovered?
So we're gonna roll it, tie it. We're gonna sear it in the pan. We're gonna put the pan right in the oven.
To get that good color on
Right.
the outside, right?
So here we go.
Okay, let's see. I'm learning right now
Wow,
because I've
I am
never made
learning
a
too.
tenderloin like this.
Wow.
Oh, that looks so amazing.
Oh, Aaron.
So we took the normal tenderloin,
Right.
and we've turned it into a little bit of a piece of artwork when we slice it later.
Oh, for sure, because you'll get the beautiful green color and the chestnuts
Very
and
nice.
the foie gras.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie it up,
Okay.
so that nothing comes out while we cook it.
So you want to make
Okay.
sure you give it a good strong tie.
You need some help, Chef?
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can you do
Okay.
it? You want me to do a sample?
Yeah, do a sample.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
We're going just like this.
Okay. Okay, we're tying this bad boy
Ready?
up. And then we're going to
Just
cook
like
it?
just like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Like
So
a
there's an art form
cowboy.
to this.
You know, a little gaucho work.
Okay.
So you want the line down the center and then all the way around. A pretty nice, strong tie so it doesn't
Right.
come apart in the oven.
Aaron, it's going to take us a few tries to get this right.
Yeah, I'm going to watch because I know if I try to do that, you necessarily wouldn't have it turn out so beautiful.
Well, I want to talk just, now that we've got that going, I want to talk about some of these other things. Patty talked about sweet potatoes.
That's a big staple for
It's a
any
big
holiday
staple.
meal, really any good dinner.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear what she has to say about the, the mystical connection her family has to sweet potatoes. So what are we doing with these sweet potatoes?
So we made a beautiful sweet potato puree, and what we did was we took about 8 sweet potatoes, and we peeled them, and we put them in a pot with apple cider.
Okay,
Gives
great.
it a different flavor.
It does add a little bit to the sweetness. We mixed it with apple cider, and we mixed it with fresh ginger.
Okay, and these Brussels sprouts?
Brussels sprouts, what we did is we took the Brussels sprouts and we roasted them in the oven with garlic and onion. And then we made a little Parmesan cream, heavy cream and Parmesan cheese, and added that to the Brussels sprouts.
I love it. Well, listen, I'm going to let
Smell really good too.
you get this in the oven. But, you can't eat without the perfect table setting for the holidays, right, Aaron?
It's all about the presentation when you're having a dinner party, right?
Right. So I'm going to hook up with the hostess with the mostest, Lisa Bolden of Elle's Luxury. She's going to show me how to set the perfect holiday table. Coming up next.
Let me get to try this good food.
Sleigh bells and winter snow shake the rings off.
If you're like most people, you don't even use your dining room for most of the year, but not today. And I have the perfect person to tell you how to make a fabulous display and wow all your friends this holiday season. Lisa Bolden from Elle is a Luxury Collection is here to show me just how to make it so fabulous, Lisa.
Paul, I tell you, you always make me feel fabulous. Thank you for inviting me to your Christmas dinner.
Absolutely.
And what I've done today is to pull together just a few things right from anybody's house. This centerpiece, for instance, this is nothing but a shoebox.
It's a shoebox.
It's a shoebox. I'm going to, forgive me.
Okay, absolutely.
I keep props back here.
Yes, all right.
Yes, I keep props. So this
She
is
comes with
nothing
props. That's
but
great.
a shoebox that we took gift wrapping paper
Wow.
and wrapped it.
Okay.
We put aluminum foil in the middle.
Okay, let's see that.
There we go. Thank
you
you, Paul.
you take the box, you wrap it up.
Yes.
Really simple.
Very simple.
You get a little styrofoam.
You get your staplers. I brought it all. That's probably where my hairpins are, too.
Okay.
You know?
This is great, Lisa.
So you just staple. Mm-hmm. Have the kids help you.
You stick in a few flowers, and there you are.
Flowers, some knickknacks, and then you have a beautiful centerpiece, very inexpensive, and something the whole family can do.
I love it.
The other thing that we like to do is we like to put together a full arrangement of candles.
I'm noticing the floating flowers. Wow. Okay, tell me about those.
This is so that your guests can see who's on the other side of the table. So you want your candles to have nice height and clear, preferably. So you don't have to stand up and shout.
Now, my eye is caught down here, Lisa, because I never know what to do with my dinner napkins.
I love these. These dinner napkins, we folded them like Christmas trees. I
see.
And since you don't know what to do, I'm going to show you. Would you grab that napkin over there? Sure. I'll take this.
Okay.
Now, let me give you this one.
Okay.
All right. Excuse me. What we do, we take regular napkin, fold it into one piece, fold it again.
Okay.
All right, Paul, you go.
Okay, I'm just going to watch you.
Oh, no. We're going to just let you on. No,
Lisa,
forget that.
You know me. I have somebody around to help me.
That's why you're going to do this. Okay, we'll go this way.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Then you go fold one up like that.
Yes, okay.
Fold another one up.
This is easy, Lisa.
Fold another one up.
Okay.
Fold another.
Wow.
All right, and then fold back like this.
Back like this.
Yep, and the other side, doing both sides.
Ooh.
Okay, now turn it over.
Yeah.
See how that looks?
I see.
Okay, now here.
Okay.
Fold this up like that.
Fold this up, okay.
So now this is our top of our Christmas tree.
That's the top of the Christmas tree.
And just fold these under.
Very cool. Lisa,
Fold
this
again.
is great. These are great tips.
Fold again.
And this is not going to cost much at all.
This is just take whatever napkins you have at home and then press. Well, Paul, yours didn't come out that great, but
well, you know,
hey,
I get
practice
the bootleg
makes
Christmas
perfect.
trees.
It makes perfect.
Exactly.
So that's how it'll turn out when you had a little practice.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so the food is getting ready. You have my table set, but you know what, Lisa? My guests are going to want when they get here?
A cocktail.
A cocktail.
Let's go.
Can we go to the bar?
Cocktail time.
So when you're entertaining for the holidays, you want your bar set up to be a little special, right, Lisa?
Absolutely. Actually, it's a theme this year to stylize your bar.
Ooh, I like that. Stylize your bar.
Stylize just like you.
We're dressed for the occasion, like you.
Well, that's what I try. So this is what we do.
Are my guests here already?
Oh.
Who's here? Mom! My mom is here. Ain't no party like a party with Mom.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Hey, Mom. Sweetie. How you doing? Come on in.
You got here just in time. You did, because we're about to pop some bubbles.
Just in time for the bar.
And that's what we were talking about, stylizing your bar for the holidays or any time. And there's certain things.
I love that.
Yeah.
But there's certain things you always want to make sure you have. You want to have a great tray that becomes a focal point.
Okay.
And you want to have some very interesting glasses. And, of course, Ella's a luxury collection makes those. So
Very
that's what we have here.
Glasses make all the difference. Now, Mom, when I was growing up, you always said, bring me my nice glass. You always liked a nice glass to drink out of.
The best.
The best?
The best.
Yeah. So it makes a difference.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, these glasses are not only for the holiday, they're for all year.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to feel special. And something else we've done, we decided to highlight the bottles with some lights. So that makes your bar a little more interesting. So I'm not going to talk about that very much because we really want to pour this champagne.
I think you can show me better than you can tell me.
Yeah, tell me. That's why, you pour while I talk.
Yes, exactly.
Something else that's very, very unique about this particular bar, we wanted to make sure that we had a theme. So hence the Merry, or it could be Happy New Year. It could be whatever you want for your theme. And
I like the different levels, Lisa, that you've done.
Well, I like that so that you've got, it makes it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we decided to put a floating candle because one of the best things about a floating candle is you're not going to have that fire hazard. Nobody's going to reach over and accidentally burn themselves. So it's tall enough and out of the way. but we also jewelize. You see, our vase and candles have nice little jewelry to make it a little more interesting.
Well, and I love how you've taken some of your ornaments from the tree and you've used them on your bar setup.
That's right. Bring something about yourself. These are little ornaments that I've taken year after year after year, and you never know where they're going to show up. They may be in the macaroni and cheese next. But one last thing. Take some frozen strawberries or cranberries and put them in your glass to keep your champagne or wine chilled.
Very nice. Good suggestions, Lisa. This is great. So, you know, I guess there's nothing more to say about this bar setup than cheers to you, Lisa. Cheers to you, Mother. My guests are coming soon. I have to check on the food. The table's all set. This is going to be so much fun. So coming up next, my guest will be arriving. And now for the best part of the holiday party, the guest.
Yes, hi.
My beautiful guests have arrived. The real MVP, Wanda Durant.
Yes, hi. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays.
honey.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
I'd love to have you.
Yes.
I'd love to have you over. And my favorite reality star mom, Miss Monique Samuels from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Hey, ladies. Hey, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to the holidays. How's the season treating you both?
It's been challenging, like every holiday season. So much you want to do, there's not enough time, but you just have to forge through and just make the best of it. This is really a great time for me, for my family and friends. I like to give, and I'm so busy all during the rest of the year, so this is a time for me to really focus on giving to my family and friends and those who are less fortunate, and so I enjoy the holiday season, yes.
Well, people watch the movie about you, and they see you out there and you're very glamorous, but what they don't know is it wasn't always like this. You weren't always able to give.
Exactly.
Can you give any parents that are maybe struggling through this holiday season any advice on how to get through the season?
Well, just not put too much pressure on themselves. That's the first thing. Enjoy the season and the meaning of the season. And I know that they want to give gifts to their children, and so give what you can. I would give one major gift if I could, and I would do smaller gifts. I would go to the dollar store to fill up their stocking stuffers. I would go to the 1, 5 and dime.
Yeah.
I would give them gifts, filler gifts like games for the family. And so I didn't really put as much pressure on myself. I just wanted to be with my kids. And it was always very important that we gave back to those less fortunate. So we would go buy a few blankets and take them to the homeless, hats and gloves, and because I wanted to teach them that it wasn't just about receiving, but it was about giving too. Yeah.
So, now that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Wanda. So, Monique, I was just going to ask you, because you kind of have another problem on your side of things, because we see from your show that you've been very blessed and you're raising your kids from a young age with a lot of things. How do you keep them grounded around this time of year?
Well, with my kids, I don't focus so much on the gifts. I teach them that this is about family time. This is the holiday season. This is about the real meaning of Christmas. And I give throughout the year. So when my parents and my family come to me and they're looking like, oh, what are we getting for Christmas? Didn't I just get you something like a month ago? So we really don't have like a Christmas tree full of a bunch of presents. Because my kids, if they see something throughout the year and they've done good at school, or if they've been on good behavior, then I reward them when the time comes. But in Christmas time, I'm just like, this is for us, to spend time with family. Family comes in town. This year is unique because we're actually going to Florida.
Okay.
So this is the first time we'll be traveling with our kids for Christmas. So it's actually better for me because I don't have to get as many gifts.
And you like to cook.
Yes. And it's going to be a community cook. So I'm like, yes, all of the families getting together on Christmas side. And we're going to cook together. I'm so used to cooking by myself on Christmas.
I love it.
And my
Wait a minute,
husband,
you don't have any help in your house, Monique?
No. Not with cooking. No.
But I know a lot of people want to know, out of your 5 homes, do you put up 5 trees?
No, just 2.
Okay, just 2. All right. So you are like the rest of us.
Of course. Money just buys you things. It should not change who you are.
Sure.
You still have your foundation and you still know what's most important, which at the end of the day, health, family, and God, So that's what we believe. And I don't splurge on Christmas. I don't think that I should spend a bunch of money for one day and then you forget about everything else throughout the year. So I try to just ration it out throughout the year And then I just enjoy having that family time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not the only one that just got back from Patty's place. Miss Wanda Durant.
Yes, yes.
I saw that you were cooking with Patti recently.
Yes, I was. I had a wonderful time. It was so unexpected. When I got the call, I was like, do I want to do that? Of course I want to do that. And so I went to her. I went to her home and cooked with her, and I called her Aunt Patti, and she sang to me.
Oh.
And for those who are questioning whether or not she can cook, she can really cook.
Now I heard you can cook, though.
Well, yeah, I am a good cook.
She's like, well, I don't eat it.
I like to cook. Yes, I am actually a really good cook.
Did you learn anything from Patti?
Yes, I did. We made a turkey chili. Now, I didn't know that ground turkey comes in white or dark. And so she was explaining to me that if you get dark meat, for those who really don't like turkey, use the dark meat because it resembles beef. And I said, okay, I'll do that. But her cornbread, she wouldn't give me the secret to
She
her
wouldn't give you the recipe?
No. She told me she'll make me some. But she wouldn't give me the recipe. But it was really good, yes.
Well, I know that Christmas falls during the NBA season. Do you get to see your son, Kevin?
Yes, well, my son has been one of the fortunate players of the NBA that's played every Christmas. I believe it was every Christmas since he's been in the NBA, about 10 years. And so I've been with him on the road or at home during Christmas and at a game, and that's a treat. And I was saying earlier how my family would go to the movies sometimes, and so now we go to the games. So I'm going to travel out with him.
I like it.
And go to the game because they're playing the Cavaliers at home. So it's going to be a great time.
So Monique, I know you like to keep things fresh in your marriage. Yes. You know, we've seen that on the show. One of my mom's favorite Patti LaBelle songs is "What Are You Doing New Year's Eve?"
You can sing.
I know, right?
What are you doing New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve. Okay, every year for New Year's Eve, we actually go to church because it's hard to find things to do when you have young kids. And I actually enjoy going to church. I like bringing in the new year that way. And it's hardly possible to get a sitter for New Year's Eve. So we kind of just do our little family thing. That's what I love about this time of year. You have Thanksgiving, then you have Christmas and New Year's Eve, and we are always just together. So we go to church, come home, put the kids to bed, and then we light a fire and sit out back and have a glass of wine.
And then that's when it goes down.
Yes. And then that's when we get ready.
Exactly. Wanda, you're the single woman out there. What's happening with you New Year's Eve? You have a date?
No, I don't have a date as of yet, but New Year's Eve, I normally we go to church, or we'll have family game day at my house. But this year, I wanted something different. I want to go out. I want to enjoy a nice New Year's Eve party. And so I have a few invitations, and I'm going to see what I'm going to do. But normally, we just with family and friends. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we've had our cocktails, but y'all smell that?
Yes.
You smell that?
Holiday dinner.
Holiday dinner is just about ready.
Yes.
So can we go back to the kitchen?
Of
Because you know
course.
every good party ends in the kitchen, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes. It starts and ends there.
Yes.
Let's go back to the kitchen. This is going to be fun.
Dinner's almost ready.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Chef. Hey, Mom.
Hello.
Hey, Lisa.
Welcome.
Hi.
Look at this.
Oh,
We're just
this
gonna
looks beautiful.
Get the nice glaze drizzled.
So, Chef, tell us.
This is the best help I've ever had.
Yes, the best help you've ever had, huh?
All this help.
Look how good
So
that
this is the beef tenderloin that came out of the oven. All right, and we can see.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
You can see it's stuffed with foie gras and chestnuts and sage.
How decadent.
Sea salt on it.
Gorgeous.
And we finished it with a little green peppercorn sauce.
Oh, you'll be generous with that sauce. That's going to be great.
And this is our sweet potatoes cooked in apple cider with marshmallows and bourbon. So we tossed the marshmallows in bourbon and then lit them on fire. And then we have our Brussels sprouts and Parmesan cream with bacon, lamb bacon.
The lamb bacon gives it the most incredible flavor. You're going to love it.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yes.
And you know what I'm going to tell Patti? That it's not just black people that do sweet potatoes. I officially found the one that does it. Did everybody enjoy themselves?
Yes, of course. Of course. Thank you so much for having us.
And thank you for allowing us into your home. On behalf of all of us, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Cheers.